fuck off, and nobody liked you.
No, that's not right.
I'm kidding. You're here with your industrial music, like Front 242. You're like, dun, 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 dun.
Were you like one of the nerds or?
No.
Oh.
Admiration. Because everybody was like, "Wah!" And I'm like, she did 2 sentences. She didn't even write them herself. What the fuck? Like, she stole somebody's work and you're clapping like she did something, like she fucking saved lives. Like, what is that? I was like, this is why people are actors. You know, just leave it.
Yeah, we'll all do a little beat.
Be a little bitch.
All right, are you guys ready to synchronize the lines?
Welcome
Vanessa,
tonight to the.
You got Vanessa. You're familiar with this, right? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. First time. That was crazy. Last week we tried it like 3 times. I don't know. We were like laughing. But anyway, welcome everybody to our podcast. Psst. Did you hear that? That's the name of the podcast for now. Psst. And it's me, Imre, Mehesz, with Flo, Funny. And our second guest is Vanessa Scaduto.
What's up, guys?
What up,
How's it
guys?
going?
I hope I pronounced your last name right.
Scaduto? Yeah, I mean, it's
Close
close
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Nobody knows how to pronounce my name.
Scaduto. No, that's Italian.
It's Sicilian. So, yeah, it would be
Ah.
Scaduto. That's how they would say it.
All right. So there
You
is
said
no concept for
Scaduto.
this podcast. The idea was brought on by, I don't know, some venue differences and the things that happened at one of the venues that you are very familiar with, that we don't say the name of the venue that they canceled.
We don't say any names of any
Any names.
Okay.
And-
That are
Unless you're-
dead mics, basically.
Unless
Right.
you want to promote
The-
your own.
The
but-
first episode was about the dead mic and what happened and why it was canceled. And Flo and I were trying to figure out what happened.
Okay.
And then that's the whole idea. We are just like talking about the mics and the scene and, how did you start comedy? Like, I remember you because I was doing comedy when I met you, but you were not. You were just hanging out with us at the Rain Dogs, which sometimes we say the names of the venues.
That's still
Sometimes
on a
we
live
don't.
mic. It's
I
still
know, it's still on my live mic. So that's how I met you a long time ago. That was like 5-6 years ago or something.
I think it's longer than that now. I was thinking about that too. Do you want me to go into?
So how did you start? Like, what do you remember?
So I had moved back from Oakland, California. I was always heavily into comedy. I actually was one of those weirdos who would show up at the Punchline in San Francisco by myself. I had friends who actually came to Florida to try the mics out in LA, and I would go with them. They even got me signed up on a couple. But LA was a completely different scene than Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
I realized when I came back, I was like, well, let me check out what Jacksonville has to offer, And I hesitated for a few months, and then I started just going to the open mics and checking out and getting to know all you guys, And I had a lot of fun. I love the house shows that Worst Coast Comedy used to do. I think they still do them occasionally, once in a while.
Yes, I was actually on one of them. Not on one of them. I just went to the show.
Yeah, so
It was a lot of fun.
but I loved those days. To me, felt like the glory days of Jacksonville comedy
right.
in a way. There were no tiffs. Everybody was together. So, and then I finally just said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Like, ironically, I haven't used these jokes. I have books of jokes I've written and never used them.
Mm-hmm.
I used to just write and I'd send it to my other comic friends. And they're like, why aren't you going up? Like, they kept telling me, why aren't you going up? Like, this is hilarious. And I was like, you can take it. And they're like, no, you can do it. And I never did it. Some of them I feel are outdated. Like, I'd make fun of people on Facebook, like how the posts that they do. Like, the broads who want like donations for their birthdays and shit.
Yeah, but that's pretty generic. Like, you can still joke about it because people still do that.
Yeah, no,
they
they
do,
still
they
do
do.
that. But back then it was like, I felt like everybody was doing something. But like some of these people were like, you can donate for this. And I'm like, bitch, if you had saved that $250 for that shitty ass tattoo you got on your fucking arm, maybe you'd have the money. Like, I'm not donating. Why? So you can get another fucking ugly ass biker spider on you. Get
Right.
the fuck out of here, bro. Fix your teeth.
The new thing is send the Cash App.
That's why I'm glad Vanessa
Everyone-
is on this.
I know. I knew she was going to be a good one. I was thinking, yeah, we'll just go. We can be here for several hours,
Yeah,
which
well,
is nonstop.
Yeah, I can do
material.
5 hours nonstop for sure.
I think we can we could just do like
What are
a
you
10
guys
hour.
trying to say? I talk a lot.
We all do.
No, we
All
all
of us combined would be 15 hours straight.
At least.
All right.
But wait,
What's up?
real quick. Now you just see the new thing. Everyone's just sharing their Cash App. Instead of Facebook, it's, hey,
Yep.
here's my Cash App.
Yeah,
For every event, too, not just
Right.
birthday.
I don't blame.
Send me a Cash App.
I don't blame them though, like because
Yeah,
like
no,
there was a guy, I think my sister was friends with him, and he was like, "Yo, I need to buy tacos. Send me $1." I sent that guy $3. You know what I mean? Like at least you're telling me what you're actually like. He was just like taco fun, you know, and I'm like, bro, here's $3. I hope you get them tacos. Like, you know, and definitely a poor kid in Brooklyn, you know, where, you know, $3 won't take, you know, won't get far. So, but I think he made literally like a few $100s in like a half hour just asking for taco money. I don't know what that is about like our human psyche where we're like, all right, you're admitting you're a piece of shit. I'll give you some money. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
somebody is hungry and trying to eat tacos. It doesn't mean he's a piece of shit.
he looked like one. I mean, I'm just saying, like, he probably.
Was this a random person or
It
somebody?
was a
you
random
knew?
person, but he
What?
definitely looked like. I mean, let's just say he looked like he was probably using that money for something else. But
I've had people hit me up I hadn't seen in years and ask me, like, hey, can you help me? And I'm like, do you even remember who I am? Like,
Right.
It's kind of
So the funny thing is when I posted on Facebook, I don't know if you guys remember, but on my hoax jokes that I bought a Tesla. And people who I have not talked in like 20 years. Oh man, congratulations! I'm like,
so good.
cool, yeah, I know. It was a joke.
Next round, they're gonna be like asking you for fucking all kinds of money. There.
Yeah. That was what I was trying to get at, you know, because you don't know. And then I posted that I'm gonna work with the local news station.
I saw that. You got me at first. I was like, oh no, this is...
Because I was at the local news station for the LOL film festival, and I'm like, I might as well just take a selfie. And then I'm like, ooh, I need to do something funny. So I said I'm gonna report on pickleball news at the local news station, and people were congratulating me. Like
See,
That's great. I like
when a
that.
comic posts anything like that, I never believe them.
Right.
Like, especially, I love Blaylock's post because initially you think he's being serious, and then he throws out like one obviously curveball. If you know him, you know he's being ridiculous.
Yeah.
But there's some people that think he's legitimate because they're not comics, so they don't realize he's trolling everybody, including himself, when he's doing it. So it's like I always love seeing his posts because of that. Now Herman is a good one. Do you guys follow Herman's posts?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I fucking love
I mean,
Herman.
we are friends, so I just see.
Yeah,
But I can never tell if when he's serious.
Oh
or
no,
when he's
he is
joking around.
serious,
Oh,
and that's what's
Herman.
funny about it. He is serious. Herman is serious, and that
Okay, gotcha.
is
Right.
what is. But he's hilarious about his seriousness.
Right.
Like he's been saying Church of the Awoken now lately, and like doing all of that stuff. And I just put eyeballs, and I'm like following, like I'm ready to see this. What war is about to happen? I don't know, but I'm in on it.
You know that gif when Michael Jackson is just eating popcorn?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
that's
every time he posts something, I'm like, yep, that's happening.
Billy does that
meme.
too. Billy does that where he's just, or like him and Will together when somebody posts something, they
Yes,
like start in the
yes.
comments
Yep.
like saying all this.
Following.
Yeah, and then there's like random people who are being serious about their comedy career, and they're like, "Oh, is that really a show?" And it's like, dude, none of these
And the
guys.
show was 15 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So sometimes they post,
like old posters.
like
from-
for 15 years ago, you know, it comes up in your memory or
Right.
whatever. And they're like, is this show still happening? You know, like today.
Oh,
And then
that's
the other
funny.
guy, it's either Blaylock or Billy. They just go back and forth. What time? Can I get a tight
Oh,
five? And
that's
then
so
some
funny.
stupid stuff.
I love
yeah,
it.
or like they're like, oh, contact my manager. They don't have managers. Like, there's nobody. like, here's my agent. Here's my email address. That's not a real email address.
Yeah.
Don't email that.
No, it's hilarious, and they have troll accounts too, even in there, like in
So
the
there is-
Jacksonville comics.
Yes. So there is one guy who I'm friends with on Facebook. Never met him in person. and he's a good, perfect gossip. So the whole concept of the podcast, by the way, Vanessa, is gossip. So I think it's a fake account from either Billy or Blaylock. And I was like,
what
I can't prove it.
does the picture look like? Because I'll tell you who it is.
A guy with like a...
The mask on?
Yes.
It's neither one of those guys.
But is it a fake account?
Yes, 100%.
Because, okay, so I
It's
figured...
you.
No, it's not me. It's not me. Yeah, who I think, and I think somebody told me this. It's not like I just pulled it out of the hat, because this other person has created other troll accounts.
Sure.
It is Baker.
Really?
That's what I believe.
Could be.
I don't know who Baker is.
Oh, Stephen Baker. He's
Burn.
hilarious. He's really hilarious.
He's
No,
one of...
he's not been in like the same
I know,
circles as
but,
her. So
yeah, but that's why I like Flo, because we came in like I came in 2018, 17, so I know the original guys from back in the day.
And Billy,
Flo doesn't.
Will, and Baker troll each other too. We should have included Baker, but he's
I'm
not
down
as
to troll,
active.
man. I'm down to troll. I'm down to make a fake account. All this shit.
Well, because the reason why I say that is Baker had another one where it was his younger self. And it had all these pictures of him as a little boy. You remember that? Where he was chubby?
Oh, I thought that was his actual main account, but okay.
No, that was another troll account.
I just saw that. I just saw a picture of him recently.
Yeah, so...
That's so funny.
So
you guys have way too much time on your hands.
it's not too much time. I think I just asked. I was like, "So who's trolling? Whose troll account is that?" And I think that was like over a year ago or something.
Oh, okay.
when it was going on.
That's funny.
Because
that inspires me.
Because I asked,
wanna
I was
do
like,
more.
"Who is that guy in Jacksonville Comedy?" He was like, "Zoom showcases."
A headliner for...
Yeah, he's like a headliner. He
It's
said, "I'm a headliner."
Flo, that's the thing. If you don't know Flo, it's freaking hilarious. Like, this guy comments on every single show.
Right.
Can I do a Zoom 5-minute and stuff like, you know what I mean? Like, it's an...
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I never even knew
Very
that.
It's hilarious.
I mean, it's funny, but so I thought it was Blaylock's account.
Because I was like, that has to be a troll account, right? And I think Blaylock or one of them, I think, told me at one point that they thought it was Baker too, or something. I
okay,
think
so
that's
all
what
right,
it
so it's
is.
not confirmed. All right, it's a good
not
guy. It's a good guy.
You know, and if it is, I'm not really. I don't
Not
want to.
confirmed. We'll leave it at that.
Not confirmed,
Not
but
confirmed.
there are suspicions and
Suspicions.
highly likable.
Some assumptions.
Yes.
No, that's
very-
perfect.
So,
Awesome.
based off of my own Latina detective work,
I like it. I like it.
so I use all my resources, and those include people I know. So,
Let's hunt down the fake accounts.
yeah, no, but and I'm pretty sure there's other ones on IG, but I don't really.
Sure.
Oh, so this whole time we've been talking about Facebook?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Facebook.
Oh, no, yeah, I don't know. I don't even...
I don't
it's
really
funny,
go-
When I exchange, I don't even get Facebook nowadays. I just get people's Instagrams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Instagram is
well,
more
the thing
popular
is,
now.
I kept Facebook just for comedy.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, all my comedy stuff is there.
or
Yeah.
to make myself feel better about myself when I see high school people post their stuff, right?
And
So-
they are much worse than much
Much
worse
worse
than you are.
off.
I'm
Much worse off.
I'm gonna quit comedy, and I open up Facebook and I go, no, I'm doing a lot better than that. It's like,
Let's scroll here. And see what
I was like, oh, you have 6 kids now, and you're 500 pounds, and you used to. And never mind, I don't want to call. If somebody ever heard this, they'd be like, that's me. Go
talking
slit their
about me.
wrist or something.
You
no.
have to know more people than one.
Yeah. Well, the school I went to it's on the west coast of Florida, was a very small school.
Oh, okay.
So they would know who they are. So because each one was very stereotypical certain types, like the jocks, you know,
Sure,
like
yeah.
some were cheerleaders, some were, and these people really identified with these archetypes, you know.
Yeah.
And I wasn't that person. So I've been asking these fuckers, like, anytime I run into somebody from high school or they try to talk to me, I'm like, hey, you got the yearbook? Because there's a picture in there where I won, me and my friend, which he can't find it because he's a fucking loser too.
Damn it.
We won that most likely to be comedians, stand-up comedians.
Yeah, I didn't win, but I got nominated. Yeah.
Yeah, they voted
Class
me.
So
clown.
you guys were
Class
both
clown.
funny?
Class clown.
That's crazy.
Mine wasn't comedian. It was class clown. It was
I
called.
mean,
Well,
I was funny, but I don't think I was the funniest in class. I feel like everybody was funny, or like most.
There was a lot of funny
I
people.
did.
Yeah.
I did a lot of things for laughs.
I did a lot of crazy shit.
I did a lot of crazy stuff later on.
Later on, no, we started young.
I
started.
I didn't know if I did.
Grade.
I didn't feel like I did crazy stuff, and I just wanted
for laughs. Yeah.
For laughs, everything.
For laughs or love.
Yeah, I took my.
It's more for love
I
for
found
me.
my-
I just want people like me because my parents did.
I'm an attention whore.
Oh, I wasn't that. I was just like,
No,
I wanted somebody to validate my existence because I didn't feel it at home. So like, I also thought I was super ugly, and like, so I was like, well, I mean, it breeds comedy. Usually you're funny because
for material.
it's good for personality, right? Like I thought the only thing I got is personality, so maybe I'll make friends that way. And that's what I did. I just tried to be everybody's friend.
I was everyone's friend too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, some people are like, oh, cliquey like that. I was never like that in school. I was friends with everybody.
Yeah, I was.
Didn't matter if you were like punk rock, emo.
Yeah, I
was
didn't
friends
care.
with
Yeah,
everybody.
I was friends with everybody, and
Yeah.
like it's funny
I
because
was trying to be friends with everybody.
but you're a goth and nobody liked you.
no, that's not right.
I'm kidding.
I had
You're here with
friends.
your industrial music, like Front 242. You're like, dun, 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 dun.
Were you like one of the
Come
nerds
on,
or?
No.
Oh,
Why do you
there's
think you
nothing
got?
wrong with that at all.
I played Dungeons and Dragons. I
Woo-hoo,
loved
me too,
computers.
I love that. Me too.
And I liked
I
industrial
thought
music. so.
Dungeons and Dragons was a new thing.
No
New
way,
thing?
dude.
That's
That's,
what I'm-
yeah, we're
I had no idea.
Look
Flo-
how
Flo-
old we
Flo
are,
is-
Flo. We're like, ew, Flo, that's old. We're old.
Flo is so young, everything is new to her.
I'm
like,
not
oh.
even that much younger than you guys.
I know, but you're a decade. I would say you're a decade younger, right?
Maybe we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
Don't
know.
make
keep
us
it
look old,
mysterious.
Vanessa.
Yeah, no. You don't know how old I am, bitch. No.
No one reveal your age.
wait, I have a question for you. Why do you care so much about that? I'm just curious. It's not a judgment or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I care too much about stupid shit in life.
Oh no! So now you're judging yourself. Don't judge yourself.
Yeah.
I was just asking, like, is there a root cause? Do you think of it, or
Probably childhood trauma.
yeah? But
Childhood bullshit.
I think though, like
It all stems back to that. That's what everyone.
So wait a second.
therapists
You
say.
were bullied because of your age?
That's what I'm
No.
trying to get at.
You are
like,
too young. That constantly
too
hearing
young.
it.
Oh,
That's
no.
what I mean. Like,
No.
like
I
is
mean,
it-
ever since I turned 30, I'm like, I don't want to remember. My
you're
age.
aging yourself now.
Okay,
So I'm
right.
gonna
You
say-
just said your
29
age.
for life, bitch.
I love turning 30. By the way, I thought I was like, I
30
felt.
was good.
Yeah, I thought it was an excellent year for me. I was like, I'm a real woman now, which was a lie, but I thought I was, like
Right.
in my head, I
Like
was
a real
like,
adult now.
Interesting.
yeah.
So
I
30 was
happy
good,
though.
but I didn't have kids at that time, and I was freaking out. I need to have kids, right? Because when you grew
Oh,
up,
I already
That's
did.
you
part of
got
what
you
I'm
gotta have
thinking,
kids.
too,
You
yeah.
gotta have kids.
Yeah, I already did that part. So
Right.
yeah.
But I did. So at 30, I was like freaking out because we didn't have any kids, and then we had two, so which is great. But I think my 40th birth, like I liked my 40th. It was good.
Okay.
I
Something
started
to look
comedy.
forward to?
Yeah, I was
Mine-
doing comedy already, and I
Mine
enjoyed
was sad. I just did
You
a
were
bunch of
sad.
shrooms and sat in a kiddie pool, so
Oh, I'm
and made
sorry.
friends with lizards. So.
That's a fun time.
I mean, it was interesting, And my daughter, telling me she lost her virginity while on shrooms. It's cool, dude. It was a great 40.
Now that's good. Write that down.
I did.
Save that for
I've
later.
said. I've
You already
said this
recorded
joke.
it,
Okay,
so you don't have to write it down.
No, I've said this joke. I have a joke about it. I just
Okay.
only have said it a few times.
I'm more curious about the lizards because I know you are
Yes.
very spiritual, Vanessa.
No, they
Oh.
were
Not
so,
spiritual, but you like.
Yeah,
what are the
yeah, yeah.
lizards? What did they tell you?
They were very sweet. They were eating the ants around my feet. The red ants that were trying to bite me. They came.
Protecting you.
Yeah. So Randall was one. I've
Nice.
named them. I started naming them. And there was Littlefoot because one looked like Littlefoot from the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so I just started naming them.
Dinosaurs.
And Randall was the one who was like not scared of me at all. I think he felt that the psilocybin was working, so he knew nothing would happen. So then he started eating the ants around my feet. And I
That's good.
never experienced that sober, where
Yeah,
a lizard just walks up and goes, "You know what? You're cool."
Like,
And just
what
started,
up?
yeah. And yeah, that was interesting. No, but at 30, no, the reason why I asked though is because I know there's some women who have a weird thing about the age, like
Yeah.
expressing age.
Like all women.
And I've never really felt that. Oh my god, you're a fuckface.
I know.
never,
I shouldn't care at this point.
I-
Maybe I should care
you-
later down the road.
I definitely don't think you should. You definitely look.
I'm all about skincare. So
Yeah,
I'm
but
like
you
all
look-
about and being
Listen.
fit and
Flo,
I
I've been
used to be
crying
all
about the way
muscle.
my skin looks now and everything, but Unfortunately, the reality is like it is age. Don't get me wrong. I keep looking at refractal laser thing to, all over my face and stuff.
Yeah.
You want laser all over your face?
Yeah, well, it removes the epidermis so that the wrinkles that have forged in the last decade, I can just start new, like start fresh.
Okay.
So, and then I'm getting this
You
wrinkle
can do
here.
a chemical peel.
Yeah, well, it depends. All of them are slightly invasive. They're not that bad. But anyway, I was just curious because my mom's always lied about her age, and she's always been like really worried about that. But my mom looked good for most of her life up until now, where she's almost 80. It's like, well, of course you're gonna look older. Like you can only fight it unless you're like Sharon Osbourne with all this money and keep lifting and lifting your face, I guess, every 10 years. I don't know.
Time to lift it.
Yeah, I mean,
Sit up again.
the thing is, I used to think about like surgeries and stuff when I was younger, but I don't think it's worth it. Like the risk that some of these women put themselves through to.
Oh, I know. Even Botox, I'm like, why?
Well, Botox to me is
That's
the
a
minor.
No, people are saying it's like nothing.
It's
It's
a preventative. It's
Yeah.
a preventative.
Yeah, if you start
It is.
Botox and you don't have to
Alright,
do it
I'm
consistently.
not gonna say it because I'm a guy and I have two
Try
girls
it,
in the
Imre.
front.
You should
But the
try it.
Botox?
Well, there's other things.
Where?
All over.
Guys,
Get it
see,
on
I
your
think
ass.
guys look more distinguished. They can get away with wrinkles and stuff. Yeah.
Get away with all of that.
I mean, honestly, there's
I actually
there's
want
guys.
more crow feet.
Yeah, there's guys that used to look to me like
That's the
gross
real
when they
goal.
were young, and now that they're older, I'm like, you look pretty hot now. What happened?
Yeah,
like,
right.
like you actually.
The wrinkles.
No, I think it's because they look more like men. They don't
Sure.
look like little
Manly,
boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've never been into like super pretty boys. Like I can go, oh yeah, the guy's attractive, but he's not getting in my pants. You know what I mean? Like, and then
Overly feminine and just like too close to. Like,
yeah. If I
That's
mean,
my problem. I'm too feminine.
No,
You are not.
you
You do not give a
What are
feminine
you
vibe.
talking about, dude?
He does not give that kind of vibe at all.
No,
Thanks.
you're just respectful.
I am
Yeah.
very respectful.
Yeah, you're actually not a misogynist, so that could be a problem for a lot of women's internal dialogue. They're like, this guy's treating me right. Feels wrong because they're used to the opposite.
A-holes.
Yeah, I mean it's
Anals?
fucked up.
A-holes.
A-holes. He's like anal. His eyes got all
Even
bright.
dead silent.
He literally his eyeballs sparkled when you.
Eight.
I do have- I
You
do
look
have
like
sparkle
Groku
eyes.
from the little Yoda guy. He was like, "What, anal?" When he puts his little hands up, like to
Yeah.
give the tree. That's it. It's the sweetest way of asking for anal.
Yeah. With the Roku? Nice.
Yeah.
With the Roku.
Oh my
I'm
lord.
Dude,
gonna-
do you know who Groku is? Right, the little Yoda
I
guy.
thought it was Goku.
It's Groku. Goku is from Dragon
It's
Ball
alright.
Z.
I've been calling it Roku this whole time.
I know Groku. It's a
Roku.
robot.
Yep, don't
There's
know.
Groku, and then Roku.
Yep.
But so Groku is from Dragon Ball Z. Grogu is from Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Okay, I never saw it. Star Wars.
Okay,
the
Flo has
cutest
not
thing.
seen 97% of all the movies.
Of all movies in life.
Well, I mean, the only reason why I kept watching Mandalorian was mostly for Grogu. That's
okay.
well, and also then I found out that what's his name, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
He's Chileno. What's
Yeah,
up? Chi chi chi. Le. Vamos Chile. Now you guys know I'm Chileno.
Oh, okay, I like that.
Yeah, that's our little thing when they're playing football.
Yeah.
You know, we yell.
Football.
Or any Olympic thing. Chi chi chi.
I like it.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to go back to
Oh, yeah,
when we
sorry.
all said that
Anal.
about being we can go back to that at another point.
Oh yeah.
But first, you know how like we were talking about when we were in high school. Maybe we could all talk about because you said like you were voted.
Oh yeah,
comedian and I
they're
was
most
voted
likely
class
to be
clown.
stand-up comedian.
What? Let's all share
Okay.
a funny or weird or crazy experience in high school.
Is this while it happened in high school or outside of the doors of high?
Oh no, any at all at that age.
I had a lot. That's the problem.
Is this off topic?
I mean,
No, it's not. No,
have you ever
we talked
ran
about
in a
all kinds of
field
stuff.
at night?
It's still comedy. Like
Have
we
you
were
ever
voted.
ran in a cow pasture field at night where you can't see?
Yep.
And there's a likelihood that there's a bull that will chase you because
Oh,
you
wow.
wanted shrooms with your friends?
Was there maybe a male? Yeah, getting shrooms in the rural. I thought you were raised up in the city.
So we were raised in the city of New York, but then we moved to Miami, Florida. And then my mom decided she wanted to move to Jacksonville. And I was only here. Yeah, but I was only here for like a month. And then I moved with my dad, who lived near Tampa. He lived in this area called Hudson, Florida. And were even more rural than Jacksonville. And what happens is when kids don't have things to do, like city events or anything, you end up doing a lot of drugs. So that's what we did. And, I mean, so I have that.
And then let's all share one.
Okay.
You go, then I'll go, and then we go one more.
I mean, we didn't do any drugs. I grew up in communism, so there were no drugs.
Fuck communism, no. Wow. Goddamn, welcome to capitalist America.
Nothing that really stands out. We were like messing around all the time, playing soccer mostly. Nothing crazy.
That was your funny moment.
Emery did healthy stuff.
Yeah, I was never I never smoked cigarettes. I didn't drink for a pretty long time. So I didn't, but I was still
a normal
upbringing. And I grew up with a loving family. It's like my parents didn't.
This is why he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, right. I was wondering what was going on with him.
You mean your family validated your existence?
And he thinks he's feminine. Like he gives us a feminine vibe.
Dude,
No, it's just being a good guy.
It's also just being like secure in yourself.
I'm definitely
a compliment, though.
So I have not. No, I do take it as a compliment. I take everything as a compliment.
No, you're complimenting us. You're saying you thought that it was a feminine, meaning we are as feminine people, polite, respectful, and do the complimenting thing. So it's actually.
And you're welcome, or whatever is happening right
now. Thank you, and you're welcome back, right back at you.
And I would take that as we're just being women, but I was like, society tells us we can tell our feelings.
But yeah, so growing up, we had some comedians which I looked up to, so I wanted to. It was always at the back of my mind to do comedy, but personally, nothing stood out. Like I was not, I told it on the other episode. I was not the funniest in the family or in my class. It was not. I am the funniest now, which is great.
So now you're there.
So you
made it to
you
the
bullied
top.
Or anything at school or anything like that?
No.
Did all your homework?
Yeah, I did.
A's?
We did have bullies, but again, I was trying to please everybody all the time, so I was never really an enemy of anybody.
Oh, that's the only. That's the only enemies I ever had were bullies. I didn't like bullies, and I fucked them up.
I stood up to bullies.
I stood
Someone
up to
who
bullies.
was,
yeah.
Even though they were cool with me, when they picked on someone else, I remember I stood up at a party. I was like, "Why are you talking to her?" And they're like, "Flo, what are you doing?" Because like they were cool with me.
I remember some fights, but it was maybe like 2 bigger fights. But that.
Do you think we have more fights in the U.S. than over in Europe? Like, are you guys more civilized?
Probably, or I'm more romanticizing my past, right? So I do remember fights.
Are you from a village?
No, I'm from the capital. I'm from the capital.
Do you realize the vampire was created over?
Yeah, so we slept in our coffins like everybody.
Yeah, he's like, actually,
Typical
Shelley
shit.
took that from us. Okay, Frankenstein really was created over here. No, I think our violence maybe on TV is different. I would say that. Sure. I think that's what happens.
In Europe, you can see boobs.
Yeah.
Right? In advertisements.
Right.
You can.
So I grew up with like just seeing boobs on TV, just every whatever.
It's not so.
Not like here.
We do. We censor so much here.
But not violence. So in Europe, they censor violence more than nudity here.
Yeah.
Because Latin America, they don't censor. Like in Brazil, they forwarded me how the cops murdered. They shot him down. This guy who was raping and killing everyone who escaped.
At least that's what
why he was doing that? They shot him down.
I got the photo of him the day he was shot. It was just spread all over WhatsApp and on their news. Like they don't censor blood and guts and killings like we do.
So
what about boobs though?
No,
that's a good question.
They don't censor
I don't
asses.
think I saw boobs.
They don't censor asses.
That ass.
The ass is always out.
Here, like in America, they censor all of that. I think. Like boobs,
not as much,
just
though,
not the
but they used to.
They
used to. It used to be more. It definitely used to be more. But I will tell you what, Flo's not wrong about the Brazilian. I'll tell you what, because I used to have to rate those videos, and it wasn't just porn. Like you guys have heard my joke before, but it also would be any video. So I've seen beheadings in the Brazilian jail where the jailers throw machetes to the prisoners because they have like and this is what they're telling us, right? Because I don't know really what the story is, right? We're just seeing a caption, but supposedly it's a pedophile. Like they have this adverse thing to pedophiles and stuff, like most jails.
They should.
Yeah. I still don't think that gives us rights to take people's lives, because I don't want to be God, right? I don't really want to be in that position. Don't get me wrong. It's not my kid. Now, if it was my child, I probably would want to fucking fuck somebody up. But they beheaded this guy, and they filmed it. And then all parts of it got blurred, like once the beheading started happening, and I still had to report it. It's already and so pixelated already, but and during that time too, there was ISIS stuff, like all these weird ISIS videos which pop up, and I have to report
drowning
it.
of Christians.
I have to report all that.
Yep.
You can't go to jail if you're under 18 in Brazil. So the gang members would get young kids to commit the crimes, and they can't go to jail because they're too young.
I mean,
isn't that crazy?
It's like they should. That's the shit they did in Africa, though, with those young soldiers, those boy soldiers. Like they did a lot of, because also they're warping their minds. It's it's psychological warfare at that point. You're not just making these children do horrific things. You're literally changing the chemistry and the way their brain functions from then on
for the rest of life.
Yeah.
But this was really funny.
Wow, this went dark.
Thanks for bringing up beheading and child murder.
Hey, who brought that up? That wasn't me. You started with the tits.
No.
Yeah, Flo. That's a pretty big jump.
I love how Flo just deflected.
Let's go back to tits. Let's go back to tits.
Tits and ass are always
and then beheading.
How do you feel about tits?
Maybe you should try some dark comedy. See what comes out.
I probably might be successful, actually. I'm just thinking about that.
You went very serious. Is there any knives around?
I'm fine with tits.
Britney Spears, tits, and knives.
Oh my gosh, the Britney Spears knife dance. It was so cool.
I feel bad for Britney, dude.
I feel like everyone was just...
here's my thing. You have to think, I think they keep forgetting that she didn't have a normal life.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And this is the first time she's literally been let free from her
she can
cage.
do whatever she wants.
She's
and also I think she kind of is trolling people in a way. Like, I don't think she's as dumb as people are trying to make it out to be. I think in some ways she definitely enjoys the attention. And I think she's actually just fucking with people in some ways. Like, fuck you. If you think I'm crazy, I'll act crazy. But, like, as far as she's probably one of the sweetest people ever,
Well,
and
I don't know. She also shaved her head back in the day. Like, I remember.
who cares, though? Like,
so did my aunt.
There's a lot of people.
So did I, but.
There's a lot of people. I just think that we're looking at things through a microscope when we don't really know the full magnitude of anything. Like, we're just seeing clips. And I also just don't believe that everything we're seeing at all is reality. So, like,
why do you think a woman in random, like, what is the point in shaving your head? Is it because you've lost control of everything and you just don't want another responsibility?
Back in the day, she didn't have any control of whatever she was doing. Because
that was the only
she had to do
control
whatever her dad said.
I thought it was an act of rebellion.
Yes, that's what I think.
And also, I grew up in the 80s and 90s where shaving your head as a woman was an act of rebellion, literally.
I was trying to think why.
Sinead O'Connor did it. There's a lot of women who do it because we're in society as women. We're whether... some people would argue maybe that doesn't exist anymore, but I don't think that's true. I think subversively, we're told that our genders denote certain traits about us, or we're supposed to act a certain way, we're supposed to be a certain way. I've never felt like a proper lady, you know what I mean? Like, I've always kind of felt weird being dressed up. Like, yeah, do I look good? Sure, in a picture, I look like a proper lady, but I don't feel like one inside. I curse, I'll go smoke a cigarette.
People the same way. Like, we have the same, like, vocabulary. Like, we will just drop the F-bomb. I think it's also a New York thing. Fuck, motherfucker. We're direct and shit, motherfucker, whatever. Yeah. But then at the same time, I do like to dress up
You do. You're
too,
way more feminine than I am in certain ways.
Right, and then I guess it's more shocking when they hear fucking pussy bitch and all
Yeah,
that.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Is like, my mom used to, she's Latin, and she used to be like, Vanessa, intelligent people, they don't curse. And I'm like, fuck you. Like, like,
actually,
they do. Yeah.
Like, it's proven, like, more intelligent people actually curse.
She's
really?
a liar, though. She actually cursed all the time.
Fuckers.
Yeah.
Name some people.
Me.
Hello.
But no,
you didn't hear Einstein when he's like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have given him that bomb, bro." Him and was it?
This motherfucking speed of light.
Yeah, exactly. I don't believe any of that's true, right? But intelligence doesn't denote certain things. Like you could not even go to school and still be more intelligent than other people. Like book smart is one thing, but
street smarts.
Yeah, I feel like the problem is I'm a combo. So yes, I can be intelligent, I can be proper, whatever it may be if I need to be, but at the root of it, I have a little bit more street smarts. Like even growing up, I think that's like my brother used to be like, he didn't understand how I could just get along with all kinds of people from the streets, people not from the streets, because I kind of was like a chameleon. Like I could speak the way I needed to speak to who I needed to speak to. Like if I realized, me being polite to this person is not working, getting my message across. Like when I moved to Oakland, California, I remember I was working with these girls from the hood and they brought their boyfriend there. And like when I say hood, I'm not even joking. Like they were gangsters, like straight up gangsters in Oakland. But here's the thing: what I've learned about people from the hood, if they give you a nickname, you're in. Like their homie now. And so they finally gave me a nickname. You know what it is?
Lizard.
No, Loudmouth. I think it was Loudmouth Marge. From the movie, because initially I was just like, they're like, you talk so much for a white girl. Like they're like, why do you talk to us? Like, and I was like, why not? Like, because I guess to them, I should have been afraid. I should have not. Oh, sure. I should have been intimidated. But I always just stood up and stand my ground.
Because a lot are.
Yeah, and so they realized that I treated them with respect and stuff. But also, I wasn't from the hood, so they're like, "How are you like so comfortable just approaching us and just trying to like talk to us like that?" And eventually they gave me a nickname. They're like, "Oh, Loudmouth Marge is here." Like, but I knew that even though they're insulting me, it is also a compliment.
Yeah. No, it's
like I
really
became a homie.
No, it's not, because
it's not insulting.
It's actually, like you said, they came up with a nickname for you. It's more of a like a familiar kind of,
like almost
we
like
have
a respect,
connection.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Anytime I've ever gotten a nickname, like I used to have a tag in Miami. Like they named me, like I was Strawberry Shortcake to them. So my tag was SSC. Like they would that was like, so Strawberry Shortcake. So like any of my hood friends, when they were my friends, I had a nickname with them. Yeah. Like only a handful, I think. After that, I'm introduced as, this is Strawberry Shortcake. So they'd be like, Strawberry. Like, yo, Strawberry, Red, get over here. Yeah, so I mean,
I was white chocolate.
White chocolate.
I even had it on my shirt, my work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the strap.
Let me just say this: all of these nicknames are spot on.
Well, like I had another friend, a Puerto Rican friend. They call me Peppermint Patty, like from the Peanuts. But she was always the tomboy, like ready to get dirty and beat up the boys. And so my friend Paul, which I'm still friends with, he's like, "Yo, Patty, Peppermint Patty," like just like I was like "Fuck you, bro," but also I appreciate the compliment.
Have you been given any nicknames from the hood?
No, I always gave myself nicknames, and I made it, and I make other people call me the nickname. So
what was the nickname?
No, it's a Hungarian name, so
I want to hear it.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
It's like I had a nickname Zumi for a long time because my last name means beekeeper. Actually, you know what? I don't think I gave myself that. Now I'm trying to take credit for somebody.
Is it Zumi actually in Hungarian, or is it?
It is a
word?
Hungarian thing because that's what the bee sounds like in Hungarian.
Oh, so it's like
zoom. It's like zoom. So
okay.
Zumi is like a cutesy name for that. So that was a nickname for the longest time.
Huh. That's actually cute.
Yeah, no, it's a cute nickname.
So Mehesz means beekeeper?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yep.
It's like some old school.
He didn't want to share his last name.
Well, you know what mine means?
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
No.
Everybody, like every time they pull me up on stage, what do you want? Do you want me to say your last name? I'm like, don't worry about it.
See? Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm like, if you find another Emery on the scene, I might change it. But until then, I'm good.
I mean, mine means expired.
Oh, really?
That literally it means expired or no skateboarding. Like, so if you go to like literally if you go
Stick
to
with the no skateboarding.
Yeah, no, but you have to say no before it. So if you say Scaduto, it just means expired. If you say no Scaduto, that means no skateboarding. I don't understand why, but
that's funny.
That's what it. Yeah, so it just means expired.
Do you skateboard?
I used to long time
just
ago.
Just as out of defiance, I'm skateboarding.
I was the only. I was always mostly the only broad in my crew. So like the boys were skateboarding. I learned how to kick flip and ollie, all that stuff.
Nice.
But No, not nice, because I was still terrified I was going to break bones. I watched my friends break lots of bones.
Yep.
So then I went to...
I want to know what your theory is as to why one of the venues decided to no longer...
Wait, Flo, wait. What does your name mean?
Oh, sorry.
Well, it's like, I don't like talking about it.
My real name means dry hole.
No,
Stop
it's not.
it, you
You're
fucking
joking.
liar,
Actually,
dude.
because no, really, it's flow.
I was like, you do not tell me that. If I ever have to roast you,
I'm roasting myself, goddammit.
I know you are, and I may use that for later. Oh my god, you should have never told me that. Oh my, I thought you were setting it up.
So here's I love investigatory journalism, right? And as soon as she switched topics, I'm like, there is something there that we need to know.
I know. I was waiting for the right
We need
moment
to investigate this dry hole.
I didn't want to forget the main thing here.
Yeah.
But no, technically it's Dry Valley.
Okay, I don't know what's worse or good or better.
Right, and flow is the first, flowing
Right.
Dry Valley
into a dry hole.
That is really cool.
Yep.
You would say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is really cool for all the roasters who ever gonna roast Flo.
Don't fuck with me, because I'm coming back for you.
Oh, you should.
I mean, that's what
You
a
told-
roast.
well, I
That's
know
what a
yours
roast
now.
is. I hate it when I go to a roast and people are like, you're too fat. Well, okay, just come up with something funnier.
No.
Like Dry Valley. Brilliant.
It's not Hidden Valley, it's a Dry Valley.
Hey. Wide open in the public, ready to go.
Oh fuck! Now my eyes twitching. This is too good. All right, Flo. Now go back to your question again. What you were gonna say?
Oh no, I just didn't want to forget one of the main things was, what is your theory? Because actually, since our last podcast, I've heard another theory from somebody else, right?
Okay.
So I want to know what your theory is.
Describe Flo just so Vanessa knows which venue we are
Yeah,
talking
because
about.
there's been a few.
But don't name the venue.
Right. So there was that venue that was every should I say
No.
what night of the
You
week?
could just
No,
say
no.
that it.
It was
I think I
It
think
was
I know.
canceled. But we all have different theories as to why.
The one in a different location, and then it was another
Yes.
location.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
the one.
To the original one or the recent one?
Well, we could talk about both theories.
All right. So wait. So Flo, what is the new thing that you heard about the cancellation? Because that was our first episode. We talked about.
Well, I don't want to give it away till she says what she thinks first.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, yeah, but mine's probably more business related, and I don't even know if I want to.
So you think
about
it's
that.
business related?
I think so. Yeah. I don't
Like
want...
business, as in comedians didn't bring enough people.
No, I
or-
think just they may want to go a different route, and
Maybe, but even if I agree with that, it doesn't explain the abruption how quickly it went down to me.
oh well, that I just think is how some people run their business.
Like,
I think.
hey, we have the last show, guys. With this setup, come out.
I was
instead of no more mic. See you guys later.
I was told by somebody who was there when it happened.
I was there.
He was even there, ready for open mic
Right,
night, and they
right,
said,
I was there.
"We're done."
And the stage was set up.
Yeah, but there was a person sitting right next to
Me?
the conversation that was actually happening when they were told.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
Imre was zoned out.
No, I was
No,
not.
he was
I
not that
there for
person.
that.
He was not that person.
I
I'm
was-
saying you were in the corner on shrooms.
I was
or
eating.
something.
I was
drinking your
Sure.
drinking
no,
my
your
tea.
kava tea, your kava, whatever the tea is.
Mango. Thank you very much.
Root, kava root,
You're
kava root.
really giving
I
it away
was
now.
not drinking. I was not drinking.
Oh,
Whoa, you're your worst.
I
own
will
worst
drink
enemy.
anything.
Don't say where that
available.
was. You were drinking your cup of tea.
Actually, it was shroom tea. I mean, not shroom.
That's
it
the
was-
real reason they
Actually,
shut
it was
shit
crazy.
down.
Actually, it was Earl Grey. Excuse us, guys. It was Earl Grey tea in the morning. No, so the person that was sitting there, you can clip that, whatever.
No, it's gonna. be
Yeah,
fine.
clip whatever you need to clip.
It's fine.
So the
I
person,
just talk too much shit, I think.
the person, you're just very honest.
Actually,
No,
if
it
you
really
listen-
comes out bullshit.
If you listen to the first episode, the last 10 minutes, we find out that it was because of Flo. Remember that?
And it wasn't. It wasn't. 'cause I got a new
we
theory.
don't know.
We don't know, right? But I got another
well,
one.
I need to know then.
Okay,
Wait.
so you
We'll
think?
share all
okay,
of ours after
okay.
you share
so wait,
yours.
so Vanessa thinks it's because of business reasons.
Well, this is my thought, not because of what anybody
right.
has told me, but this other person who overheard the conversation said it was just very abrupt. There was no real reasoning. Like they heard that they just want to go a different route, that they don't feel like the comedy was meant to be there.
Right.
That's it.
The only reason, and as I said it in the first episode, that I was upset about this, because comedians were there since the beginning, and they have them through the pandemic and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And that's why I was upset. Like, what the fuck? And
Yeah. No,
It's very abrupt. That's not professionally
Not
what you
professional,
should do. Like
Right,
you're
no.
you're there. You have people already there
Right.
to perform. At least say, hey, this is gonna be our last night or something.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they should have told them on
a
Sunday
month
at
ago,
least.
or some,
Yeah.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
right.
At least
No.
Sunday, they'll
Yeah.
be like, hey, unfortunately, the mic's canceled today. But that's the thing, though. Christian never actually even said the mic's permanently canceled. He's just stopped
Yeah.
promoting it.
And
That's
we
a-
But that
mentioned
was the other thing.
we mentioned
Everybody
this.
stopped promoting it.
Oh,
The
I
venue,
gave it away. You got to cut out the
that's
name.
fine. The venue was not promoting it either. You know what I mean?
right, and the venue should also promote.
They used to.
They
They used to.
used to.
promote.
Because now that I'm trying to think of most open mics, both the venue and whoever's hosting.
It all
posts-
depends.
posts.
It all depends on the agreement, though, because like the guy like I work with,
Does he not post?
no, he will only if I tag him.
Yeah. You can definitely promote your
Oh.
mic because
Yeah.
Vanessa is another mic host there.
But-
so all of us actually. So.
Right. So
Right.
like the thing is though, Chaz is the owner of Kingmaker, Los Rotos Dojo, by the way. Mike every other Thursday. We have one this week, October 5th. So the next one will be the 19th. But I went in there with a plan for him because he just has too much other shit to worry
Sure.
about, and besides worrying about running a mic, he doesn't know anything about comedy mics or how
Yeah,
that's run. So I don't blame him, but I went in with a plan. I had questions. I said, hey, what about this? And he goes, you can promote it. You can tag me, do whatever. And if he pays attention to it and adds it to his thing, he will. He's been better about it because he actually is making money off that, people coming. Even when I have like a low amount of people coming in, it's still his best night throughout the week is what he's told me. So like there's an incentive now for him. And normally like Chaz, if he gives you 3 months and if he's not happy, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually how I've been there since March, So like even though we have slow weeks sometimes, he's still making money. Even though it may not be, but there's been nights like he sold out one night of his truck, like his food truck and everything, like, and he happened to be running the truck that night, so he was ecstatic. He's like,
good.
yeah, well, he wants me to do it every week, but it's just not feasible. Also, not enough people come consistently every week, and then there's also other shows that go on those Thursday nights. So it's like I don't need to constantly compete against paid shows and things like that. And right now too, because I work my 2 jobs,
It's funny.
But wait a second, you had CJ as a co-host. You don't have.
Yeah, but CJ's been like, he's been really busy with work and stuff, and then he's been getting on a lot of shows, and they're on Thursdays usually.
Mm-hmm.
So like Chuck Rhodes, he's been doing the last couple of mics for me, luckily. But like on the 19th, I may have to ask to get out of work again because I'm getting out of work this Thursday. Because I wasn't sure with CJ, like if he was going to be too busy, but he has another show, the 19th in Winter Haven called the Juggernauts. Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out to those guys. Love them. And they'll be in Winter Haven. So like I have to figure out,
right.
Somebody to host it.
Maybe you need to find a co-host that you guys.
Well,
can
Chuck
share.
would have done it, but Chuck's going to be in Philly doing a showcase there.
Oh,
He
okay.
actually asked me to come with him, but I mean, I love Chuck, but he's not a planner. He's just like,
I mean, I know who Chuck is.
Yeah. I mean, Chuck's great.
Cool
He's
dude.
hilarious, but he's not. He's like, I was like, well, where are you staying? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I need to know
Right.
where I'm pissing and showering. Like,
Yeah.
I could sleep on a floor, no problem, but like, I'm not.
No, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Plus
just
the
in
money
general.
that it would cost me, like, to just all of a sudden get a flight to Philly. I don't want to deal with that.
No,
Yeah.
Philly from Jax is actually one of the cheaper flights.
I'm sure it's cheap.
Like here to Jax and Las Vegas. Everywhere else is like Jacksonville sucks for flights.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But for whatever weird reason, Philadelphia.
Yeah,
and
I'm
Las
sure
Vegas.
it's not too much, but then if I have to pay for a room,
Frontier.
Oh my god, I'm
Oh,
not doing that.
Frontier.
to
Don't worry,
myself.
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm not
That's
doing
what
that
I'm
to
talking
myself.
about.
I'm not doing Spirit. I'm not doing.
No,
Frontier.
you can only carry on a little tiny bag.
No,
That's why it's cheap.
I did
I'll-
Spirit, I think, or
I go
Frontier.
to
I did one of those two. I had a good experience. As in, I didn't have a negative experience.
Right.
It was fine, but I also don't travel with luggages ever. Like I have a little backpack and maybe another duffel bag.
Oh yeah, if it was gonna be only
like that.
one night, because that's kind of what it sounds like, or 2 nights, I would have just had a backpack or something with me.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
no.
like overly. I just bring a pair of jeans.
Same.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's so much better to travel with just a little bag.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done the carry on. That's the one benefit about like me as a girl that, excuse me, because I'm not that feminine. I don't need everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but believe me, I've traveled with. I had a friend. She would wear freaking heels in the airport. I'm like, what are you doing? We almost missed our
No.
flight because of her.
Oh, really?
I ran ahead because I didn't have it to hold the plane, and we were in Atlanta. They were gonna go.
Yeah.
I literally pushed past people. Like, because I get real irritated. I'm sorry, whoever's listening, but if you're this piece of shit, fuck you. I get irritated when you're on an escalator and you don't know the fucking rules.
And you just stand
Stay
in the
to the
middle.
right
Yeah,
if
right.
you are not moving up an escalator and want to be a fat ass who wants to sit on it. Escalators are supposed to help move you up while you
Faster.
keep going. So just like the fucking passing lane on the highway, move the fuck over if you're not doing anything so the people on the left can
So I
pass
go
you,
up.
dude.
Yep.
And so I almost got in a fight with somebody because I was like, can you please move? And they're like, we're going. And I said, yeah, you move to the right. When you're like, this is what
Yeah.
happens when you don't grow up in a fucking inner city, okay?
Right,
And then
right.
you wonder why we're assholes. We don't got time for you, okay? We don't got the fucking time, all right?
Yeah.
This
No,
is
I
where
agree.
my New Yorker gets out where I'm like, move the fuck out of the way. Like, we're
I
like,
feel you on every single thing you said. You hit my heart.
it's true. Like, if you're a
It's-
tourist and you're on a fucking street in New York, you will get pushed to the side,
Oh, yeah.
bitch. Move to the side. We're moving. We know where we're going. Okay, we're not trying to get robbed. All right, like we got.
Right.
We're not sitting
It's
there
not
to get
that
picked.
bad. I was up in New York twice. It
Oh
was
God,
fine.
you are delusional. Henry.
Well, okay. I'm also a guy, but I didn't get robbed in New York. You know?
They probably knew you were Eastern European, and they were like, "We're
But
not."
also, I do believe like you have to act like you belong there.
Yeah, of
Because
course,
that's
100%.
one. It's a psychology. Like they look for victims, and if you look like a victim, you
Like,
will get
ooh,
robbed.
like, oh, you're fine.
I literally,
And
I think
I
was,
push people just randomly, just because I just to show them who is the alpha guy.
Henry's like, "We're playing GTA today, bitch." You like all of a sudden are wearing a gold thick ass chain and some fucking like some tracksuit and shit. I was
Yeah.
like,
I
you-
can see that. I can see him.
Oh, I
rocking
did
that.
track
and then the accent comes out. They're like, "All right, we gotta watch out with this dude."
I did, so I did tracksuit until I met Andre. You remember Andre?
Yeah, I love Andre. Yeah,
and
yeah.
so he was a tracksuit guy. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Tracksuit.
Ah.
Get me the 2 freaking Russians. You know, because he's actually Russian.
Right.
Like,
But it's the same.
Right.
It's. I love Andre. He's a piece of shit, and I love him. He's
Yeah.
so.
I
like,
miss him.
I miss him too because
He's
he was always so angry, and then when I could make him laugh, I was like, I fucking did it. I was like, yeah, I got you to laugh, you bitch.
You never met him, huh, Flo?
No, but they all said like before.
Yeah, he
several
ran
other people ran just as puppet
with
him.
Alex. Yeah, him and
Alex
Alex.
I only
and
saw
Andre.
Alex do it before I did.
Yeah.
I
So-
didn't
so
see-
Andre
maybe he
was-
had already left.
He did.
But
he
they
did.
were running it for years.
For
Like,
years.
I
When
don't
it
know.
Then
was-
the pandemic.
when
screwed stuff
when it
up.
was horrible to
Before.
walk down that road. You could not
Yeah.
even like.
Was it Ian, the same owner?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
When
Ian.
I started, yeah, Ian was for sure. And
Yeah,
Andre
I'm
was
pretty
the-
He
Sure.
really he likes comedy. He respects.
Oh,
Comedy.
Ian is great. He's
Yeah.
a great
He's
guy.
so
He's
nice.
cool.
And
Yeah.
we do
He's-
comedy in most of his. All
He's
of his
so
bands.
nice if he likes you. Don't fuck with him either, though. He's
Oh, sure.
he's not one to be fucked with.
No,
either.
he'll let you know. Yeah,
I
Just
like
be
Ian.
respectful.
Yeah, that's all it is with him.
He's cool. He's
You have
really
mutual
cool.
respect. He has it back. But
I guess.
if you don't with him,
Did
then
he give you a nickname, Vanessa?
Ian. No, well, see, here's the thing. A lot of people in Jacksonville call me Scaduto. Like, I don't know if they
Yeah.
always remember my first name, but they remember
I mean,
once
I
they
do
hear my
now.
last name, they'll be like, "Oh, I know Vanessa Scaduto." Once they hear Scaduto, or I've had people go, "You're not related to Melissa Scaduto. That's my sister because she
Oh,
used to
okay.
DJ for like TSI and like all these
Oh,
other
cool.
things." Yeah, I mean that time was cool. She had a lot of issues. She came here to get clean, and that didn't work.
She older or younger than you?
She's younger, but only like 16 months. She just had a birthday. I'm really proud of her now, though. So she's on tour now. Actually,
Oh,
her
there's the
band's touring.
musicians?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
They're coming to Atlanta, and I'm thinking about surprising her, maybe
Aw.
showing up there. I'll see if I can work
Well,
it in.
Nice.
Well, don't share the podcast with her.
Why? No, she
gonna
she
hear it.
listens. She's a big rock star. Reggie
I know,
Watts
I
just
know.
posted a picture of her with her necklace
Oh,
that
really?
says Scaduto forever. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, dude, I literally was gonna have a necklace made that. She goes, oh yeah, I've had this 5 years. I'm just wearing it now, and Reggie liked it so much, so he posted it. So it's like one of those things. But yeah, no, me and my
That's cool.
sister are close now, but back then it was really tough. It was really tough. She had a severe addiction problem. So yeah, but hey, she's sober. That's all I care about, dude. I'm proud of her.
Good.
Hell
Super
yeah.
proud of her, and she talks about it, so it's not like something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not.
But
yeah.
back to the theory.
Thank you for keeping track, because we can go off on tangents like left and right.
Always like.
So yeah, so I have a theory. It's also a business model, but I don't know if there is. It almost seems personal sometimes, because something similar happened before,
Right.
where it was like kind of. But I think the person who was running it, they had more of a connection to, so they gave him more of a heads up. And then that person just decided, you know what, forget it. Like, even though they had a couple more days, I think, like more shows, they just said, forget it, I'm not doing it. Because I think also it stopped flowing, the amount of people who showed up. And
That's true, but
this one
why?
I
didn't.
But
did
there's a
notice it.
reason.
I did notice it that the number of people were down.
Yeah, because
And-
it was. I remember looking forward to that. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
So it
For
used to be
several
a
weeks,
lot
it
of
was like,
people.
dang, I'm getting good crowd interaction, and
Yeah.
then it died out. What,
And it's.
so-
I feel like in a couple of let's say a matter of month and a half.
it did.
It felt
Yep.
like
several
less and less.
weeks.
They said, hey, you must purchase a drink or you must purchase something if you are in here, which is kind of weird. If you are doing comedy, you are working there.
You usually get a free drink,
Yeah.
like at your open mic.
Yeah.
You guys give a free drink. You don't say
You
comedians
hear that,
have to
comedians? You
buy
get a
it.
free drink, one free drink. Only performers. I don't care about your host. Unless you're married to the bastard, then I will give you no. But yeah, but that's how Chaz, actually the owner of Kingmaker, he looks at it. Like, he's like, they're performing, so like,
That's the real.
I'm
way.
not saying give us a drink, because whatever.
No, but
not-
Don't mandate to buy it. And what I got upset, like Flo and I were talking. Just
but I
like
always
this.
get a drink when I
Me
go,
too.
But
yeah.
yeah.
So Flo and I were talking, and the guy comes out and I was like, "Hey, you must buy a drink." And we were talking like in the middle of a conversation, and the guy just
Me and
interrupted us, asking Flo to buy something. I'm like, that's totally rude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
I was like,
very
whoa,
weird.
okay. I was like, when did that start? And yeah, it was just really random. Too.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I can ask this off tape, because I'm curious what
yeah.
person that is, because that's
One of the kava tenders.
yeah, but I mean, there's a couple of guys there, and there's one that
There's some cool.
is an absolute idiot, like literal idiot. Like, I don't know if they were always high or whatever, but they had horrible service unless this one guy was running it. When he was running it, a nice, super nice guy, always attentive, always paying attention, always keeping up with stuff. Like, that's why I like Joe's mic when I do get a chance to go, because those people are very attentive. Like, they're great. And I didn't realize that it made sense that one of the guys is the owner, but like, they're pretty good at paying attention of people coming up, like a bartender would be,
Oh yeah.
like
So
they're,
Joe's mic is Thursday, too, right?
yeah, Joe's mic's Thursdays, but his is every Thursday. And it's a full open mic though. So like, not just comedy.
Right.
Well, that's the other theory I heard recently, was that they wanted. Now, I think there's other things involved, but then the last offer, what I was told from somebody else that they thought was, hey, we don't want just comedy. We want to do a full variety show. Are you down? And what they had told me, this is just what I heard, was that no, they'd rather not do it at all, and said no thanks.
Right. Which
So technically, they could get another host next week that wants to also incorporate a variety show.
So maybe they just don't want to do open mics.
well,
But they
or
want
wanna do one-
singer. They want
Oh, no, they wanted a
comedian,
variety
They
one.
wanted variety, and they said
The person who was running it said no.
no.
Which
I don't want to
blame
do
them.
it at all if
I
it's
did
not
hear
just
that
comedian.
too.
But I feel like the owner also, like, if it was not that serious, you wouldn't have just said, cut, we're done on a random day.
Yeah.
It would have been like, hey, posting, I think we want to do variety, get more people in and have musicians and singers. It would have been different. So I don't think it's just that, but that's what someone else told me, that they offered that and they said no.
So I heard that too, and that's
Oh, well.
could be.
I don't blame them though. It's kind of weird to do comedy,
I mean,
music.
okay, if
and-
you guys-
that's how I had to do the mic for months until I got stuff going.
But it is brutal.
Yeah.
If you go after when somebody is talking about their dead dog and mother, and you have to make them laugh. I mean, I can do it, but not everybody.
I mean,
you mean like a poem?
Or a song.
A song.
Well, that's why, you know what I do now? Because I actually have had this guitarist singer since June of last year. He's been like just a real, what's the word?
Constant.
Yeah, a regular.
Alright.
He's been
All of us couldn't think of the word. I was like, he's constantly.
This is, I don't know.
together. So him and his girlfriend have been coming over a year. So I'm like, I'm not gonna just say I don't want to do music anymore.
Right.
But for the new, so now the way I set it up is we'll start a little bit earlier, and all the singers, musicians can either go first and open up the night, or last. I don't want to cut the flow of comedians, because I had literally like 30 comedians and a couple of rappers at the end of the night, and the musician and some guy tomorrow actually already wrote me. He's gonna play his thing. I haven't seen him in a few months, but I was like, you can either open. This is my
What's his
rule.
thing?
What's that big, huge...
Violin, cello?
No, yeah, cello.
Bass?
Yeah, he's playing the cello.
Oboe.
And that's a cool way to open the
You
night.
guys don't know. It's an oboe.
Oboe?
Some of the, it depends on the size.
Cello. No, I remember he said cello.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's a cello then.
Yeah, I don't know about an oboe, but...
Those are different sizes
Okay.
of violins.
I thought oboe was like a blowing his...
No, oboe is
This is... Yeah, no, he's doing the cello. And that's actually cool to either open or close. That way I don't have to lose people.
That's why I didn't like, because some people mix it up. Like, hey, let's do some poetry, let's do some comedy. And technically, when you go after music or poetry, it's like opening to a cold room.
Right.
And
you know, the musician who's been the regular,
Oh,
he
you're
always
right.
starts off with he's not a comedian, but he'll start off with a
He's
joke
right.
or
An
two.
oboe is like a form of a clarinet.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
don't know why
What the
my
heck?
brain. I don't know why my brain
Is
was
that your
thinking-
favorite instrument?
No, that's my favorite instrument. That's how I remember it.
That's
My-
your anal.
oboe.
What did you say before?
No,
Anal.
I remember.
What did we say earlier?
I have no idea.
It'll come up later.
I'm a blackout comic, so
Same.
when I'm stage, I don't remember what I'm
Done.
saying. Like, oh, I'm sorry. When I come off the stage, I don't remember what I was
It's
talking
gone.
When I
about.
came
It's
on
gone.
stage, he says, when I came on stage, I'm sure you did, buddy. No,
Anal cum.
so back to the mic though, like what you're saying about having the different things. Like I remember Joe's first time, I was able to, I hadn't started my second job yet, so I was able to show up for him.
Joe, oh yeah, I went too.
So you weren't there yet though, and this girl did a whole like acting thing. And
Oh no, I didn't see that.
no,
This was- you
didn't.
said-
Wait,
this
which
was
mic was this?
This was Joe's first
Oh.
day doing
Oh, it
it.
was his very first time.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so Joe went up, and I think Leroy went up, and then it was me and then some acting girl, or either she went before me or after. I couldn't remember. I think maybe she went before me. No, maybe she went after me. I think she went after, but here I am talking about Roadhead and, putting my daughter's fucking womb in a disposal. And then she goes up and does this scene from this fucking, I don't know what it was.
Was it a monologue?
Yeah, it was a monologue, and she was like, you could, like, it was like very emotional, and I was trying not to laugh because I was like, how the fuck are you're so serious right now after you just heard.
Well, that's
was
what
like-
acting is. When I
But
saw
then I was
it.
like, but she fucked up a couple of times. Like, I hated it because I'm Latin and she was Latin too, but she was like original Latin with the accent
Oh,
and
and
everything.
then you were jealous.
No, I couldn't understand
You heard
everything she was saying, and
the
I felt
accent.
horrible because usually I'm good with accents, but I didn't know what she was trying to get across, and then the scene just abruptly ended. I was just like, wait, that's it? The monologue was like 2 sentences? I don't know. I was just like trying not to. I was such a piece of shit, though. I felt like and then I was trying not to laugh at myself for being such a piece of shit. You know how you do that internal dialogue where you're like turn your fucking comedy brain off right now. That you like, you fucking insensitive weirdo, like who can't emotion.
No.
Who know? I can't feel emotion right now.
No, that's totally normal. Like you're doing comedy, and then you have that come up.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to transition.
And then they all woohooed, and I think I turned to Joe as is going, or either Mikey or Joe or Leroy. I turned to them and I go, "Is that all we need to do to get fucking an admiration?" Because everybody was like, "Wah!" And I'm like, she said 2 sentences. She didn't even write them herself. What the fuck? Like, she stole somebody's work and you're clapping like she did something, like she fucking saved lives. Like, what is that? I was like, this is why people are actors, you pieces of shit. Like,
dude,
Did you guys watch Friends back in the day?
never.
But there is,
no.
anyway, there is a scene in
it's
there.
not real New York. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
Not
for
once.
sure. But anyway, there's a funny scene in there when they have a birthday for this little baby, and Phoebe forgets to buy her something, so she just grabs a book and starts reading, and everybody's crying and stuff. And people who actually bought stuff and prepared, they were like, what the fuck? Anyway, it's funny if you have seen Friends, but if not, no.
No.
At the open mic, you know what I saw recently? Maybe a month ago.
The fight?
A rap battle between Loic
I'm sorry.
and Clay, which is one of the Sun's owner.
Is
And
that
it
the
was
blonde-haired,
hilarious.
the blonde-haired one?
Yeah,
Right?
it was hilarious.
I didn't know Louis can rap.
He just freestyled. They both freestyled.
I didn't know
and
Louis can freestyle.
What can't Loic
I
do?
do a little
Okay, what
freestyle.
can't
Oh,
Loic
come
do?
on.
No, they
Well,
well,
Loic is really talented.
Oh,
no,
I
he
know, I
did
love
great.
him. I
He
love
did
him.
great,
He's
but the
so
crowd clapped for Clay.
I love you, Louis.
So they announced Clay won, and all the comedians, everyone was there, like Richard, Mikey B. Everybody in the back was there. I'm trying to remember who else, but he goes, clap. Louis like, clap if you think I won. And nobody. But he did good. He did really good. I think they were trying to give it to the white boy who freestyled. I don't know. But he did good too. I'm not gonna lie. He's got some good beats. And then all the comedians clapped for Clay. But you're right. He's multi-talented.
No, Loic. Yeah, I've said that to Loic before. I've been like, I've whispered to him, like, I was like, what can't you fucking do? And he's like, shit. I was like, no, seriously. Because even when I have pictures of him when I took for my podcast, and I was like, look at you catalog model. Like, I was like, 'cause he had his glasses on. He had his, like, because he can't really see well, actually.
Yeah.
He has glasses and stuff. I was like, looking like a catalog model here, bro.
I remember you used to take pictures.
Yeah, I still.
Didn't Zach was naked or
Oh yeah,
something?
that was a shocking one though, because he didn't even tell Dean he was
yeah,
going to do that. Me and Dean literally closed our eyes, and in the middle of it, he goes, Vanessa, you don't care if I get naked, and he just pulls everything off. And I was like, what? And when I turn around, he's cupping his balls, and he's just still in his Converse high tops, which were even more like, it was even funnier that he was still wearing his high tops and had his beanie on. And Zach, and then Dean, I had that picture of Dean's reaction. I took it right away because I saw Dean's reaction where he was like, what the fuck? With his hand over. And I just was like, this is hilarious. And he's like, Zach's cupping his balls, like, what? Like, and I was just like, holy shit, dude. Because he didn't warn any of us. Like, his warning is as he's getting naked. Like, but he's right. I don't care, because I'm not looking at him like that. If anything, I look at those two like brothers to me. So I was just like,
they are like super.
Yeah.
Super
So
fun.
I just thought it was hilarious. It's funny because I am of my age. I don't look at some of the younger male comics. I do look at them like little brothers in a weird way. Like, I've never thought of them other than that.
Right.
So I know I can't say that for everybody, but I mean, I guess I find it creepy, if like they
think that you are their mom.
No, I don't think like that. No, those guys have made so many jokes about, especially Zach, he has a thing for older women. Like, he has a thing for moms, that's why he keeps impregnating his wife.
You gotta be an older mom.
I actually did. Yeah, exactly. He's like, I want them big titties full of milk. No, I mean, he really does love his wife pregnant. Like, he loves seeing her pregnant.
Yeah, I have something with that too, but I don't know what.
But I think that's actually healthy. I think that's like
I think that's normal.
No, I think it should be
if it's
normal.
your wife. If somebody else is pregnant,
Well,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
sure he still thinks. I'm saying I think it's a thing he likes, but I mean, he genuinely loves his wife. Like,
Turned on by pregnant women.
I think
Is
he's
that a
just
thing?
I think he's just some people have it as a kink. Like you
interesting.
haven't watched
I'm
porn,
not-
dude. Like it's on there.
No, but like I don't.
Wow.
Like I don't look at other pregnant women. Like,
No, that's
oh my
good.
god, she is so hot right now.
Yeah.
Hard dick.
You know what I mean? No.
I used
Instant.
like when I was pregnant.
but I remember when my wife was pregnant or my ex was
I
pregnant.
got hit on when I was pregnant, and I thought that was the creepiest thing.
Really?
Like, yeah, like, and I was
I mean,
a
that's
young
weird.
mom. I was a
That
young
is
mom.
strange.
And
Oh, maybe that's why they didn't see it.
No, they saw. I was very pregnant. I mean, it was not. I mean, maybe it was the Guy Harvey shirt I was wearing. That was my dad's because I couldn't fit into clothes. I had to borrow his t-shirts.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking maybe they didn't see my belly. No, they saw my belly. Like, because I even got out of the car because I didn't really think they were talking to me. I got out of the car, unceremoniously trying to get out of a fucking car pregnant. And I was like, they'll see my belly. They probably didn't see it. No, they saw it. They didn't care.
Wow.
So I was
That's crazy.
So I do think some guys are into that. But I mean, when I'm talking about Zach, no, I just think he has a great relationship with his mother. And I think I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. He has a
Do you
lot
think
of respect.
that's why
I
he
think
likes
it
older
did.
women?
No, I think it cultivated. This respect.
I'm sorry, Zach. Didn't
I know.
where this was
He's
going.
probably
Wait, is this the kid? Is this the
He's
guy
gonna
with the
laugh
baby?
and then jerk off about this. No,
Is this the guy with the baby?
Zach Malcolm.
He has a baby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
the baby. He posts his kid a lot.
Well, he hasn't been online in a while, but
Yeah, he
he
hasn't
has.
been online.
Was he
or doing
posting a
comment.
little baby, cute
Yeah, he
little
does
baby with
the
blue
Relatables
eyes?
podcast with Dean. Free.
They used to
promo
run.
here.
They used to run
Different Zach.
Shanty. They used to run Shanty then.
Yeah, they used
Oh,
to.
but
run
you were
Shanty.
not. Yeah, that was like.
Yeah. No, but
I
yeah,
know who you're talking about.
but
He posted a little cute baby.
It's
for
kind
a
of an
while.
inside joke though with Zach and Dean because Zach's always kind of. I think he just admires older women because he admires his mom. It's some weird
Sure.
thing.
No,
It's
we
not
gotta
like-
interview him next and then ask all of these questions.
He's gonna be like,
What
"Damn,
do you know
Vanessa
about
told you
Vanessa's
all."
kinks?
How do you feel about your mother?
No,
Do you like?
I think it's really sweet though, actually, because I
No, I
mean,
didn't.
No, yeah, no.
It
that's
is sweet when
It's
you
sweet. No, we're just
love an
joking.
he
older
really
women, yeah.
respects his wife and he really appreciates her for having the kids and stuff. Like
Right.
I think in
Wait,
some-
they have 2 kids now?
yeah, he had a daughter. Now he has a daughter.
Dang, I didn't know that.
She's about a month
That's
old
awesome.
Wait,
now.
what's his last
Aw.
name?
Malcolm? But you're not gonna find him. He's not on there anymore.
So I'm totally thinking about a random other Zach with a baby.
Why were you
Maybe.
laughing at all the jokes?
If you go to
wasn't.
if you go to the Relatables podcast, you'll find him on there. I
Yeah.
mean, he still goes on there. I think to
And
post.
they
the
were
podcast
on
stuff.
Vanessa's podcast. Too.
Yeah.
When
Mhm.
is that coming back, Vanessa? That was one of the
Yeah.
questions I wanted to ask.
Vanessa.
So we're talking about my podcast called Los Rotos podcast. You can find it anywhere: YouTube, Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere you stream podcasts. Probably even I think Google has a podcast thing.
Probably.
Or whatever. All of them. Okay, all of them. We use Castos, bro. I don't know. That's a great question. I want to bring it back. I know my producer Marshall. He's been doing a bunch of other stuff. So it's been kind of hard to like lay it out because he does want to bring it back. I want to put a studio in my house now because we were using another studio to do
Yeah.
it.
All right, we're going to Vanessa's house next week.
I
Yeah,
know.
pretty much.
That studio was insane. Like I wanted
It was a
I wanted
real
Vanessa
news-
to interview me, but she never did.
That's not
Ah.
true. You.
No, I know. I have
You
other
had your
obligations.
kids a lot, and then you had to go and do a bunch of shows and stuff
Yeah.
too.
So anyway, that was like imagine like a news station with a freaking.
it was a
But
real.
But where
studio.
was this?
It was
At your house?
No, this was at
The
a
studio.
news station. a
Oh,
real station.
cool. So
A
why
real-
did
Oh,
you
it was an
stop
actual
doing
news
it?
station. I thought it was just looped. It just.
No,
looked like
it was.
Okay.
Channel 4 uses it, and other people use
Oh,
it.
gotcha. All right, I
Why'd you
didn't know.
stop?
For other reasons, for
Lots
my
going on, right?
well, my
Busy.
my producer had some stuff come up and whatever. So
And it's
Also-
not cheap to run. Like it
right,
costs
it wasn't
money.
even that. It was just also he does all the editing, all that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of work for one person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do have a lot of the footage. It's just my Mac Air is not sufficient enough for over an hour of a podcast edit. Like
Really?
if
Sure.
I had
Well, why don't you use this?
Well, this is not. We are not editing. We are just recording right now.
Yeah, if it
Edit
was
is
just
a whole different.
Yeah.
You don't see me edit because you're not here.
yeah,
So I'm
but
doing it by myself.
Where's my invite to help
So-
edit?
so if it was just audio,
Just
I
run
could.
the Instagram photo.
Which, by the way,
Yeah, we gotta hook that up.
Which,
after
by the way,
this.
we did publish the audio because it was a lot easier. But after Anna, because I had Dr. Anna Lepley on my show, after Anna's, we just didn't do the video because it was just hard to
yeah,
kind of.
we were talking about video, and I got a camera and everything, but I don't know where. You know
I'm
what I
telling him we need to do a camera.
Oh, I agree. You'll get more viewership and more people.
More. We gotta
mean?
get
Sure.
Just
yeah, but
by
how are we gonna?
just
how
by
are we gonna sit?
promos.
just clear this
I mean,
table.
all right. Let's wrap this up.
Do it right here.
Wait, let's
Actually, this background's cool.
wrap this up because we've been recording
All
for
right,
like
so
an hour.
let's
15
talk
minutes.
about all the stuff coming up.
All right, I have some shows at the Comedy Zone, the open mic every Wednesday at 6:45. Rock Bottom, yay! Flo, what do you have?
Tomorrow night, Wednesday, it's after yours, pretty much. Peak is really 9 p.m. anyway, so that's at the Justice Pub. Producing my first show Friday, and then next week, thank you very much. Next week, I'm at Swamphead Brewery in Gainesville on the 10th, and then Isaiah's show, I'm at on the 14th. Where's that at?
Yay! Orange Park.
I don't know the name of it.
It's a brewing company also.
It's an Irish brewing company. Yeah.
Dang it, I can't
I've been
remember.
I've been on the show. I
Yeah,
can't
I've been
remember.
there too.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sweet spot. I mean, it's a nice stage, you know. And
My
everything.
challenge was to do a clean set last Friday at Disco Witch, and the audience was cool with my tit jokes, but I had to cut out a lot of the.
Right.
That was the hardest thing.
Did
I
you
had to
use
do.
the word boobies?
I used tits, but like I have they liked it, but I had to cut
Everybody
out
likes tits. Of course, they like tits.
yeah. I had to.
I
I don't think they liked my drug joke, which wasn't like doing drugs. It was really just, an innuendo kind of funny,
Yeah.
but they were okay. But everything else, solid. So
Good.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, I'm trying to work on more clean.
Can I promote my?
Yeah, of course.
You're next, dude.
Oh,
Tell- give it all.
I didn't know you were gonna be
Yes.
like.
And cut.
And cut. Yes, bye. Hurry up. Turn it off, Imre.
Don't let her see anything.
Turn it off.
Well, I don't have any showcases coming up, but I do have.
Can I plug myself? Yes.
No, but I have.
Nothing.
No.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna piss my pants. Okay. You can find me on my socials. Red Hair Anomaly.
Social.
Talking over.
Oh Jesus Christ.
We forgot to do social.
Okay, you can find me on my socials. Red Hair Anomaly.
Start over, Vanessa.
Fucking Emery's gonna have a heart attack trying to edit all this. You can find me on my socials. Red Hair Anomaly. Los Rotos Dojo for the mic. Los Rotos podcast for the mic, and anywhere else. Also, I'll be posting soon, like some skits and stuff. I'm focusing on some acting stuff that I'll be up doing this month. So just catch that. I feel like I do have something coming up, and I can't remember what it is. So
Poker Face. I forgot to mention the 1 year anniversary is next Wednesday because they only do it once. The second Wednesday. I'm the first Wednesday. They're the second Wednesday.
Good.
Forgot.
Everybody's cutting into
There
my
should-
time. That's cool.
yeah.
Oops. But socials, I'm Flo Funny on all social media, YouTube, TikTok, all of that.
Yeah, and I am.
Who are you?
I am standup.com. Everything is up there. I am is my first and last initial standup.com.
Oh, good thing you said
I am
that.
stand-up.com.
Because I understood IAM.com.
No, it's I am.
Good. Clarify that.
I need to change that.
I am.
I actually think it's funny. It kind of
It is
works.
good, yeah.
Yeah, if you
'Cause
clarify.
If you just
Right.
say I'm,
Right.
I am, that's it.
I
I'm-
am stand up.
I'm stand up. Like as if there was an apostrophe, but there is no apostrophe.
But that's the
guys.
whole. It's a,
Yeah.
It's
a play off
yeah.
words. I
then
got
keep
it.
it. Yeah, that's good. I was
It's
just
a
saying
good name.
clarify.
I like it, but it's not my name. Like it's not. Hey, my name is I am stand up.
I feel like I'm supposed to like change my handle because Americans are stupid and they don't know how to spell anomaly. So, but I've had that since AIM
Yeah.
days.
Nah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to spell
That's
it
my
viciously in
PSN.
my
That's
head.
my. I just use it for everything, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
So
Let's clap one more time. Thank you, Vanessa, for
Oh
coming
yeah,
on.
thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for
1,
coming.
2, 3. All right, kind of on
Is
time.
that right?
Yeah.